Someone once said, you have your way, I have my way. As to the right way, the correct way, and the only way, it doesn't exist. How many of us, seated right here, have been in a situation where we were forced to choose between what we wanted to do and what other people thought was the right thing to do, or the proper thing to do? How many? Show of hands, please. Almost everyone in this room. Look at even the clothes that we're wearing. You know, to be frank, I have my hobo days in college where I would like to dress up like a homeless person and be as comfy as possible. But then I'm forced to put on some fancy clothes and come to a Toastmasters meeting. Because that's what's proper in our lives. So a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Amanda. Here's my speech. You see, a sociologist, Talcott Parsons, once said that the basic and irreducible function of a family is to socialize children. It's to teach them how to conform to the norms and values of society. So that sounds like a lot of words. That's what we do too. Even when I was as a kid, my mom used to teach me how to stand, how to sit properly like a girl, how to talk to elders properly, and especially if my grandmother comes home. I have to take some tea from the kitchen and give it to her, because that's what's proper, that's what's expected of me. I do agree with some of the things that she taught me, but there are some things that I didn't really agree with. Why should I do that? But unfortunately, I was too busy being strapped to the back, while the captain's chair on my ship was actually quite empty, because my mom had placed it on autopilot while she sat next to it. But as I grew older, things began to change. My mom started teaching me about how to be responsible, how to be matured, how to think critically, especially in the face of crisis. And slowly but surely, I began to fill in those seats. Though it was very, very comfortable to begin with, things do change after for a while. You see, slowly but surely, my mom let go of her reign on me. And here I was, a lonely girl, in my chair in SS15, alone. That's when I began to get the first taste of freedom. I could do whatever I want. But I also realized something else. Just like how Natusha said, one person can be both an introvert and also be an extrovert at times. That's what I learned as well. There were times that I would just like to sit here, stretch my arms out, and just enjoy the day. But there were also days that I wanted to do everything on time and get everything done according to plan. There were days that I would be so confident that I would yell my name out loud. There were also days that I was afraid that I would falter. There were days that I want my name to be heard across the nation. But there were also days that I wish everyone would just keep quiet, because I just want to sit down and have my cup of tea and my book. See, ladies and gentlemen, people always say that there are many different types of people out there. Yes, it's true. But there's also many different types of personalities within a person. And that's what I learned sitting in my chair. Because while this ship is supposed to sail, I realized that there are certain controls that I had to place on myself. There are times that the sails have to be risen. There are times that I have to throw things off board. Certain situations in my life called a certain bit of me out. And we as human beings, we're like onions. We're all... Akshay is looking at me in disgust right now. But no, you see, to get to the very core, to the very middle, there are layers that we need to peel back. And we have all those layers. And that's what makes life so amazing. It's not that you're one type of person, but because you're so filled with so many different types of emotions and so many different types of feelings. And in order to really, truly cherish life, one must learn how to love every aspect of their lives. To learn to love every layer, every shade, all 50 shades. Just like the book 50 Shades of Grey, Christian Grey was in fact a human being with so many emotions. He was angry, he was a bit crazy, but he still loved his wife with every inch of him, to the extent he would give his life for her. So at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, love yourself, every inch of you, every shade,